Thank you, Kiana. Thank you for having me once again. I'm excited to be here. And today I'm just going to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart. So just relax and absorb this information because it affects us all. It affects you, it affects your family members, and we're talking about good health in general. Would you believe that 80% of healthcare visits are due to 8 factors, and that would be poor diet, physical inactivity, smoking, lack of healthcare screenings, poor stress management, insufficient sleep, poor standards of care in general, and excessive alcohol consumption. And those things, 80%, just think about it. When you look at chronic diseases, 40% of the people will be diagnosed with cancer. 1 out of 3 are pre-diabetic, and 90% of the people don't even know it. So we have to be advocates of our own health. And I'm here to share some lifestyle changes. Many of those things you might already be doing, and then some maybe not so much. But if you look more towards a plant-forward diet, and many of you know that I'm whole food plant-based, and everybody is not ready to take the plunge, and that's okay. But if you had 1 or 2 meals out of the week that had less meat or no meat, that would be a step in the right direction. The other thing is regular physical activity and moving around more, maybe having a walk after each meal or after dinner every night. Maybe you're already going to the gym, but just moving more than what you're doing right now. The other thing, and I am really working on this area, is adequate sleep. And I'm often burning the midnight oil. Our bodies need time to recoup and rejuvenate, so everyone should be getting about 7 hours sleep. So walk that back from the time that you need to get up daily and try to increase the amount of sleep that you have. And then there's stress management. So you need a system of grounding yourself, whether or not you're meditating or something to that effect, to just calm yourself throughout the day. Avoiding risky substances. And so that's, always a concern if you're doing some of those things, thinking about cutting back. And positive social interaction would be the last one. Surround yourself with positive people. And, we can't always help when those fiery darts come our way, but don't wallow in it. Make sure that you are doing something uplifting or around uplifting people, and that's what you want to aim for. And it's important. Out of those 6 things, putting more vegetables in your diet, physical activity, sleep, the stress management, the avoidance of risky substances, and that social interaction. All right, those are 6 pillars. Let's think about what one thing can you work on right now. Don't think about all 6, and many of you might already have that under control. But look at it one thing at a time and share these pillars with your family members and friends, because we all need to be healthier. When we go to the doctor, they have had so little dietary nutrition training, and they may refer you to the dietitian, or they may be quick to give you some type of drug. which one hand kind of washes the other in that instance. And so there are so many things that we can do proactively, just that's low cost before you end up in a space when you're hospitalized. So I'm urging you to look at those things. I'm talking to you right now like a family friend. And so these making these small changes will make a big difference for you, and just step by step, gradually, so that it'll be sustainable for you. And so that is my share for you for the day. And so I thought that I would just show you a nutritious breakfast or snack or dessert, however you might want to view that. And one of the things that I enjoy using would be chia seeds. So I am going to make that for you. I have some chia seeds right here, and show you how simple and easy this is to do. So, and let me just say that I went by Safeway today because I wanted to be able to share with you the nutrients. I have this large container, so I've lost track of my packaging. But I wanted to be able to share with you the wonderful ingredients. Of course, there's no sodium, and we like that. It has 10 grams of fiber in 2 tablespoons. Gives you 10 grams of fiber. And and 6 grams of protein. And it is protein that is found in foods that help satiate you and make you feel full. And so I am going to go ahead and add some chia seeds in here. And you know what? There is no amount or limit. I'm just gonna put some in here. I'll go another scoop. And then I'm going to add some milk to this. And that's the milk of your choice. I'm using almond today. I often use soy milk. So I'm going to put some milk in here. And I'll stir that up a little. And then I can put this in the refrigerator and let this sit for a couple of hours at least. And if I want to have this for breakfast tomorrow, say, I'll make it the night before, and so it will be ready for me. Now I'm going to put this in the cup, cover this, and put it in the fridge, and this will, these seeds will swell up. For those of you that don't know, they'll soften up. Right now, to me, it would be more like sand pebbles or grains or granules that would not be appetizing. But as they swell, they're more like a gel and have more of a tapioca consistency that's very nice. And so that'll set overnight and do its thing. And so now we have the one that has set overnight for your viewing pleasure. And this is very thick on the bottom. And so I am going to mix and stir this. Do you see these? Wait, let me get some lumps up here for you. These lumps right here. So I can just blend these in, and it's nice and thick. And the thing about this is, if I want to have chia cereal for breakfast, I will add more milk to this. If I want to have it as a dessert, I might want it thicker. So you get to play with that and see how you want to do that. That's your choice. You might like a thicker cereal for breakfast. I personally like mine a little sloopier. So we're gonna work these out. And then we're going to add some things to it to make it interesting. And I like to have a lot of different textures going on. So, I'm beating this. And I'm going to add some cinnamon to this. And I'm also going to use some maple syrup, which is my personal go-to. You might care for agave, or you might use brown sugar, or whatever it is that you do. But I'm going to add a little maple syrup. And if you're one that likes cereal very sweet, I encourage you to just take it down a notch and let the fruit do the work for you, and then gradually add a little more. All right, so this is quite a bit. So that was 2 teaspoons that went in there of maple syrup. And so my cereal is taking shape. I'm going to add some mango. Oops, a wild mango. I'm going to add some blueberries. And we're going to end up with a power-packed breakfast. I did rinse these before, so I'm going to add a few blueberries in here. I have some cran raisins. We'll put a few of these in here. And it's actually whatever you want it to be, whatever your favorites are. And another thing, when you go into the grocery store to the produce section, the fruit that's usually closest to the front, that's plentiful, that's the fruit that is in season right now. And so you're going to get the best prices for in-season fruit. And the other thing is, out of season, if you purchase frozen fruit, and again, you're reading the labels, because some frozen fruit will say it has sugar in it, and all you want is frozen fruit. So look for that. They pick the fruit at its prime so that what you're getting is as good as fresh fruit. So look for that frozen off season. So we have mangoes, we have, okay, this is my best friend. I do not leave home without hemp seeds. And I put this in everything. I put it in salads, desserts, my cereal, soups, and hemp seeds pack a wallop as well with 10 grams of protein. And so again, protein helps to satiate, and this is a breakfast or a snack or dessert when it's a little thicker. And notice, I don't mind using it. It has no distinct taste, so it's going to go with whatever you're eating at that time. So now I'm adding in those hemp seeds, and I actually could add a banana. Do you think banana? All right. So we're going to add a banana. And as we are adding these things, then I am getting more to the dessert look here more than the cereal look. So I will dip some out in a dessert cup, and then I'll continue to add a little more almond milk for the cereal effect. This is such a versatile dish, and it is just so power-packed with nutrients and minerals, and all of the essentials are in here. The gang is all here. So if I show you, okay, here is our chia pudding as a dessert. Blueberries, cran raisins, mango. We got it all in here going on. And so as our dessert, we might want to just add a few toasted almonds on top. I'll add a little more for those of you that are hungry still. All right. And a few almonds. And that is all set. And now for those of you, we're back to our morning breakfast cereal. Get that off the table. Get my loose mangoes. All right, so for those of you, we're back to breakfast. This right here. And add a little more milk for consistency of cereal that you're accustomed to having. And now we have our morning cereal that's packed full. And if you feel like you want it a little sweeter, start with less and then add a little more as you go. And of course, you wouldn't have a cereal bowl like this. I would have take this as it soaks the next day, and then just put what you want in your bowl and add what you like for breakfast. But you still have that base bowl for another day, another meal, or your snack. And so there you have it. We better taste this and see how we're doing. Put some of this on the spoon. For some people, they might want a little more maple syrup. You can add a few more cran raisins to that, but this is good eating. The banana, we can add a few more mangoes. And again, you wouldn't want to do this all at once if you're not going to eat everything. You're going to just use your base in your bowl and then add what you want to it. But the chia will already be ready for you. So that is our viewing for today. To help you come up with some ideas for a healthy breakfast, a snack, or a dessert. So again, it's our responsibility as a community to engage people in low-cost and effective measures that we can take now in pursuit of a healthy, long life. And it's not enough to just say fruits and vegetables without creating workspaces and communities that make these healthy choices possible. So today I have with me an individual that's done just that. And I have Lucian here today that's going to talk to you a little bit about who he is and what he's involved in.
All right. Well, thank you for having me, Miss Donita. I appreciate the opportunity. A little bit about me. What I'm doing is I have a sort of like a community farm, but I would call it a farm for the community more than a community farm. So I've convinced a neighborhood member in my community to let me farm her land. And in that land, which is 3 tax lots, I have been given the liberty to farm anything I want, and which mostly is fruits and vegetables, and then I donate it to the community.
Right.
So in a nutshell, that is the...
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So what kind of foods are you growing?
Mostly staple vegetables, so your potatoes, green beans, zucchinis, onions, cabbages, kales, lettuces. I did some okra, a few melons I've successfully grown. Cucumbers, did I say cucumbers? Tomatoes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, most of the potatoes as well. Garlic, yeah.
Wonderful,
yeah.
Wonderful. And so how much have you produced this year or last year, and how many years have you been doing this?
So this is my 3rd year. I produced, so far this year, I'm just under 2,000 pounds. Last year, I donated 2,178 pounds. And the year before that, I was a solo operation, so I wasn't able to have the support of the community, and I was able to get a little over 1,500 pounds.
All right. And so how is the community able to support you?
Through volunteering. This project is completely funded on my own, so and it'll continue that way, but financial support is always welcome because there are recurring costs and things like that. But words of encouragement are always good. Community partnerships are also something that is helpful.
Well, this is definitely something that you're passionate about, to continue to do this and wanting to provide the community with good, clean food. And I commend you for that. It's an awesome thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
And any way that I can support you, I certainly will.
All right. I appreciate that.
You've heard it first right here at Health and Wellness. And we are doing things in our community to help you to be healthier. All right, so don't let me sign off without telling you about next month, the Mac and Cheese Challenge. It will be October 18th, and I am looking for you to register for this event so that I know that I'm able to prepare for everyone that's in attendance, and just come with your appetites and be ready to experience something that's a little different from what you're accustomed to eating. So I'll see you next month.